Hello and welcome back to Krokhol Disc Golf Course and the 2019 Norwegian National Disc Golf Championship. SM Disc Golf Productions making this video. Really thankful to be here. I am Nate Sexton bringing you commentary for these final 9 holes of the 4th round. We had a huge charge from Håkon and Knut, catching up a ton of strokes on our leader and 2-time defending champion, Peter Lunde. Hole 10, 11, and 12 is one of the toughest stretches on the course, starting here with 10, going downhill 126 meters OB all around the basket. We saw a lot of players go with that high hyzer over the birch trees, trying to bring it back with just the right amount of left movement as to make it inbounds on this small green. I think that's probably what we're going to see these guys try again. Everybody in a position where they kind of need to be aggressive now. There is that high hyzer, but is it too high? No, it's pretty nice. Gets around the corner, comes up short, but he's in bounds, and that's not a small task, especially being the first to throw. Puts pressure on the shoulders of these guys.
Yes!
Nearly an ace from Håkon. Incredible shot. That's absolutely parked. And Peter's drive stays in bounds, and that's big. He's going to take his meter. He should be able to make birdie from there. Ståle with the shorter hyzer. We saw him play this just for par. Smart play if you don't want to go all the way over the trees and take a big risk. Down the hill with the approach, and that comes to rest nicely. Wow, right on line again, and what a bad roll. Good putt from Peter. Really needed that one with Håkon parked. Ståle executes his plan perfectly. Knut makes his par putt after the unlucky rollback. And Håkon will just drop in a birdie here. What an ace that would have been. Hole 11, par 3, 149 meters, the longest par 3 on the course, a little downhill. Players were going over that right side, and there's a little bit of a clearing down there that you can't really see from this drone footage, where it looks like you'd just be in a terrible spot if you stayed in the woods on the right. They were actually having some success pitching up to the basket from there. See if anybody can get something on the green here. It's a big bonus birdie if you can get it. Ooh, this is yanked. I don't know if that came through the trees or not. Opportunity for Peter to get back a little bit of his lead. If he can get something down there in play. This looks very good. Can it stay over top? quite, but I expect it's not going to be too bad. This won't have the height to clear the trees, but it does fight through. And here's kind of a more up the middle approach. Nice angle control. Just brushes a tree, but drops right in the middle. This should be Håkon, I would think, but I really don't know where he's coming from. He's done well. Into the fairway, all you can really ask from. Hard to know how difficult that shot was. Forehand approach. Perfect weight. Settles right next to the basket. Wow, so Knut putts first. Again, perfect line, just not really quite on the height today. And where is Peter's drive? Is he parked? Wow. Could not see that. I did not see it drop that close, but fantastic shot. Opportunity for birdie. Great putt. What a pickup. And Håkon's not going to par here. Ooh, he's not going to bogey either. And this is a really bad time for something like this to happen. Really the first time today that we've seen anything good happen for Peter's, from Peter's perspective. As Håkon has just been charging back, but this triple bogey will slow him down in a big way. I wonder if it took him 2 shots to get out of the woods and we didn't see it. I counted a double bogey there, but that says triple against the birdie of Peter, so huge swing there. As we see this putt from Håkon sailing a bit high. Hole 12, par 4, 267 meters going downhill, but you've got the pond and the out of bounds area on the right side. Players are playing as far forward as they can get, finishing a little bit left, trying to stay in that short grass to set up that crossing shot over the little corner of the water to the green. Really a beautiful disc golf hole with a lot of strategy. See how these players go at it. I think last round we saw Håkon bite off quite a bit, as he usually does, off the tee, setting up a little bit easier approach. Just like that, up by 6, and Knut into solo second place. Great drive. Beautiful rock formations here. Nice mature trees. I bet the disc golf community in the Oslo area has to be so excited to have this place to play. Stays out in the fairway, narrowly avoids a possible out of bounds. Ståle keeps it nice and low here. And finds the middle of the fairway. The second shot really the more demanding of the two, I feel. You really have to get your angle correct to penetrate as far as you need to back into that green, as the trees just continue to get a little bit tighter as you go. And Håkon is in a great spot as well. Ståle trying to go with the hyzer here, which to me suggests he is, oh no, and he's out of bounds. Either that was a misthrow or he was playing for 4. He's going to be in trouble now. And this stays right, but kicks out. Not bad. Should be an easy par. Both Håkon and Peter in great position here. Oh no. Kind of surprised just looking at it there that he doesn't take the slight hyzer gap. That low turnover looks to me to be a little bit tighter. Both of them. And Peter's out of bounds. That did not look to be that difficult a position. Really kind of ideal. And both players with some pretty serious miscues. And Håkon bringing out that big tomahawk. And that will putt. Opportunity to save his par. Just low the whole time there. Never really had a chance to get the distance it needed. I guess maybe he's electing to rethrow from previous spot. Didn't look like he moved up to the OB line. Executes a bit better there. I believe that was for par after the out of bounds, so he'll have the remaining short putt for single bogey. That was a birdie look, just low. He's hit metal on almost every putt he's looked at today. Just low as well. And this to save par. Well done. Double bogey there. And another double bogey. Strokes are flying every which way out here. Very exciting golf. Hole 13, par 3, 85 meters. A nice straight shot. They've got the lattice work there to make sure nobody gets lucky on that left side. You've got a really high elevated pin here, especially from that left side putting. You're really going uphill. A little bit of raised ground behind the basket as well though, so playing this a little deep, not the worst thing in the world. Off the tree, kicks over towards our gallery. Ooh, sneaks over the fence. Guess you're going to have to build that a little bit higher for next year. Ooh, this looks very nice. That should stay in the circle, barring a huge skip. Ooh. Well right out of the hand, but I didn't hear it hit anything hard, so I guess he's out. He is. Putter approach. Very nice. Decent sized gallery out today. As you would expect and hope for a national championship. But it's good to see that fan support. Wow, big putt. Well done from the edge of the circle. Uphill the whole way. And we'll see Peter's answer here from 2 to 3 meters closer. Still no easy putt. And he's low, and how far is this going to roll? Far enough. Par putt on the way now.
Nice.
Wow. It is crazy, the swings that we're seeing on these last few holes. Collects the bogey. Nice putt there. Definitely was not easy considering the 2 misses previous. Both Håkon and Peter have had some putting disasters today. Also some great putts, but always tough to keep it together. The full 18 holes with a big championship on the line. This is how he does like to do it when the putter's working correctly. That is a great putt going up the hill to put big pressure on Peter, which yielded quite a few strokes. Hole 14, par 3, 91 meters over the water. This is one of the easier holes, but it still has some difficult areas. You've got OB on the right, so you can't really just bail out, and obviously you have the pond. If you go deep of the basket, you're going to go in the water as well, so you have to be a little bit careful. Don't throw too hard off the tee. You just want to have that little bit of right movement and find that nice, safe area just to the right of the pin. It's now 11-8-8 with Håkon and Knut again tied for second place. Is this too high? It is out of bounds right. That is not going to help his cause. That's a beautiful shot. Finding that right side, staying away from the water. And this is over the water most of the flight. Can he bring it back? Can it sit? Wow, what a shot. Scary, but it's there. Nice throw. And Peter is drifting a bit left, but it's straightening. I think he likes it. I think that's inbounds and with a birdie putt. Wow, this is do or die here. I believe OB behind the basket pretty much anywhere this putt could conceivably land if he were to airball. And it looks like he is wary of that fact and decides to lay up. Birdie. Trying to leave those putting struggles from the previous hole behind him, and he does not. That is right. He's fortunate not to have rolled. But man, that will shrink the lead to 2. I believe that's the first time it's been that small in these final 2 rounds. just as we come to the end. And Ståle acknowledged the crowd there with the park job. Important birdie putt here. Hole 15, par 3, 106 meters over that same body of water. You see the drop zone there. If you do go out of bounds, you will have to play from there. So these guys are going to go with turnover or forehand, I would think. There is a hyzer gap. It's a little tighter. We did see some players opt for that. Probably pretty wind dependent which one a player is going to choose. This will certainly be the turnover with the AVR selected. And he just hammers those putters. Perfectly done. James Conrad would approve. This is pretty high. Could it be an ace run? No, just a little short, but fantastic shot. Probably looked like an ace run from their vantage point. Here is that hyzer window. Really nice. 3 great shots so far. And we'll see yet another strategy. The forehand, but this looks like it's fighting pretty hard right. It should be inbounds. Yep. Down there in the trees. Wow, what a putt for the birdie from no man's land down there. Incredible. You know it's a big putt if you can barely even walk up the hill to get it. Huge putt from Håkon. Peter with a chance to birdie here. Great drive by him on that hyzer line. Nicely done. And Knut's birdie putt is in as well. Make him walk up the hill again. Star frame for the group. Here we go, 3 holes left to play. The most difficult hole on the course here. The only par 5, 300 meter. It is the 16th. I think this could really decide the champion right now with Peter clinging to a 2-shot lead. Out of bounds here could be a big problem. See if any players can get down there for the birdie. We saw Håkon in the round 3 reach the basket in 2, albeit being out of bounds up there, but he showed that he has the arm to potentially eagle this hole, which I'm told has never been done. So to see that on video would be a special thing. Look at that green. You're just going off the cliff to the out of bounds. Some great topography. Hugely important drive here. That is so good. That was great distance. Super committed shot in a really big moment. Very impressive throw. Stays in bounds. Well done. Peter a bit more conservative, but that's what he needs. Inbounds, he's happy with that. And see if Håkon can keep this one in the middle. He absolutely crushed this hole in round 3. It's turning a little. Okay. If he has any kind of footing from there, he's probably not going to be too disappointed with that. Inbound safely. That uphill run up difficult from that spot. But that is, oh no, it was such a good throw and it rolls. Wow, he did not deserve that reaction. Unable to really get his footing and go for the basket, but able to stay inbounds. And can Knut take advantage here? No. Also out of bounds. Well done there. Håkon with this to set up a birdie putt if he can get close. 2 well thrown shots to start. And this is tracking pretty nicely. It's a little high though. That will almost always be OB. I thought it was going to turn over a little bit more. Uh-oh. That stays in. Fortunate. Very fortunate. Really need to use the width here and stay as right as possible. Ideally, even throw a forehand from this position if you're able, I would think. And that is very wide right. Nice and safe. And not even that far from the basket, actually. Good throw. As always, Knut on line, just a little bit low. Ooh, I believe that sat down for him at least. Just low there after the out of bounds, I believe. That will be a par, maybe a par there. That was 4 par. Big putt. You can see he's excited to get a stroke. Just 2 holes to play. Execution from this point forward should seal his 3rd title in a row. Bogey for Knut. Bogey for Håkon. Great par putt there. Hole 17, par 3, 115 meters, going very downhill. You see the out-of-bounds creek on the right, the out-of-bounds stakes on the left. Drop zone is very short, so this is an island green. If you don't rest on this green, you're not moving up. You're going from the drop zone way back, probably still 70 to 80 meter shot. The OB is so close on that right side. I think we'll see the players try to get finished just left of the basket to allow them the opportunity to make that birdie putt. Perfect shot. Wow. You can see a little bit of wind, maybe more than a little, coming up the hill. Overstable disc required. This looks like it's trying to finish. Does it have enough? It does. Fantastic clutch shot on the 17th, right to the basket. It's not a lot these guys can do now, as Peter will have the luxury of playing the treacherous 18th pretty safely, I would think. Another great shot. The wind really doing nothing to slow these guys down. And Håkon's still going to go with that overhead. A nice way to keep the disc straight. See if the wind plays with it too much. Looks like it has. Stays out of bounds, and we will get to see that drop zone shot. Playing the hyzer from here. Nicely done. That's a good save. Nice putt. Saves bogey. You never know what the second card is doing, so it could be an important shot. Great birdie from Peter there. Coming down the end of these big tournaments, it's really obvious what you need to do, but it's not so easy to do it. So it's really impressive in that moment to be able to make the shot into the wind when you have the option to do anything here on a tough island hole. For him to come down and just absolutely park it. Really, really impressive stuff and an important birdie. Hole 18, par 4, 210 meters going downhill. The drive is pretty easy. You just need to stay out of the trees on the right. Just try to push as much distance as you can, keeping in mind that out of bounds left and eventually long, though that's not likely to come into play off the tee. And then you're crossing that artificial river area of OB to this tiny island green, which has the hazard bunkers inside the green. So if you land in there, you're still taking a penalty. Super challenging. I would expect Peter to play 2 shots short of the green and then jump putt across to make sure he can maintain that little 3-shot advantage that he has on this final hole. Ooh, is it in? No. Looks like it's on the line, but apparently not quite. I would expect him not to be too concerned with distance, inbounds being the only thing that really matters here. Though he does go pretty big off the tee, honestly. That's a nice shot. Maybe he won't really even need to lay up again from there. He might be able to rationalize just going straight for the basket. All Knut can do now is birdie and hope that's enough. That's a nice drive. Håkon lets this get away from him. Up into the woods on the right. Wow, just that close for Ståle, just centimeters out of bounds. That's nicely done as he pushes it right to the edge of the inbounds area. Knut hanging the putter out to the right, catches the trees and falls short, and with that I think his bid to be the Norwegian champion is over. Peter is going for the green here. Into the hazard bunker, not the worst result. He's going to putt from there with penalty, but he will take that, no problem. After Håkon's pitch out, he approaches the green here perfectly. And Ståle as well onto the green, nicely done, avoiding that OB bunker in the long side. Another nice effort on a long jump putt. Really well played day. Hats off to both Knut and Håkon for putting so much pressure on our leader, Peter. A really admirable charge to the finish. You could tell all three of them, obviously, really an important title for any Norwegian player, probably the most important title. And these guys tap out their putts. Get some acknowledgement from the crowd for the show they've put on today and throughout the whole week. And now this putt to become the 3-time Norwegian Disc Golf Champion. See the excitement there. All his training through the season, off-season, all culminating here with another championship. Huge congratulations to Peter. That's a great moment. The crowd appreciating his amazing play. Really played fantastically in rounds 1 and 2. Fell off a little bit towards the end, but had built such a great lead for himself, able to hang on today despite kind of a tricky round. See that winning putt one last time. You gotta love a slow-mo fist pump. Show it to us. Oh, it's a little blurry, but it's perfect. Great job. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and allowing me to bring you guys some commentary on this coverage from Norway. It looks like a fantastic course. I really hope to visit someday. Huge congratulations again to Peter. I really love seeing this action. Thank you so much to SM Disc Golf Productions, our sponsors Guru and Latitude 64. Can't wait to see who wins that 2020 title.